From credit card numbers to medical records, companies today collect vast amounts of our personal data. But are they taking enough steps to protect it? In this exposé, we reveal how corporations are mishandling private info and putting consumers at risk. Stay until the end as we uncover the alarming practices that jeopardize our data security. You'll never look at privacy policies the same way again. On the surface, companies present themselves as guardians of customer data. But behind the scenes, protecting our information takes a back seat to profit and convenience. This disregard breeds data disasters. Mega breaches have become routine occurrences as hackers outmaneuver lax security systems. Each one puts unsuspecting consumers in the crosshairs of fraud and identity theft. Take the notorious breach of the Starwood Hotel's guest database. This compromise by Chinese hackers went undiscovered for over 3 years. In that time, criminals stole passport numbers, credit card data, and other sensitive info from 383 million guests. Yet this breach was entirely preventable. Security experts had warned Starwood for years that its systems were outdated and vulnerable. But the company deemed upgrades too time-consuming and costly. Their neglect exposed customers to untold risks. Starwood is far from alone in this calculated indifference to cybersecurity. Across industries, businesses cite complexity and cost as reasons for skimping on data protection. But in an era defined by digital connectivity, there is no excuse for subpar safeguards. In particular, the healthcare sector's blatant disregard for privacy puts sensitive records at risk. From small clinics to insurance giants, medical providers have suffered breaches exposing social security numbers, treatment details, and more. In fact, the healthcare field saw more than twice as many breaches as business and banking in 2022. Yet few providers encrypt data or train staff on security protocol. Patients seeking care end up becoming victims. Financial institutions are similarly guilty of cutting corners on cyber defense. The exposure of millions of mortgages and account numbers in bank breaches proves no database is hack-proof, yet rarely are there consequences for inadequate protections. Even schools are failing the privacy test, as demonstrated in the 2019 Pearson data breach. Pearson is one of the largest education technology providers, storing records on millions of students and teachers. Yet they only discovered a massive hack 5 months after it occurred. 13,000 school districts suddenly faced compromised social security numbers, health data, and behavioral records. Such sensitivity demands far better stewardship. These examples reveal how consumers have minimal say over who holds their data. Yet we bear all the risk when stewardship goes wrong. It's time to hold corporations accountable for privacy protection. One step is supporting legislation that levies harsh fines for breaches caused by negligence. Hitting bottom lines may finally compel companies to invest in cybersecurity. But legal routes move slowly. Consumers can immediately leverage their buying power to demand better data handling. Research providers security track records and let poor performers know you will not support lax practices. Also, carefully limit what information gets shared in the first place. Think twice before handing out a social security number or signing away privacy rights. Data volunteered today can fuel fraud down the road. Stay vigilant about monitoring your credit and accounts for suspicious activity. Freeze your credit reports to protect against identity theft. If disaster strikes, this limits what criminals can access and exploit. Here at The Daily Hit, we are committed to keeping corporations accountable when it comes to data security. Subscribe and stay tuned as we uncover more alarming practices that jeopardize our privacy. It's time for a consumer awakening around data rights. Like and share this video to spread awareness. United, we can compel companies to honor the responsibility of safeguarding our personal information. The stakes are far too high to continue business as usual. There you have it, folks. Corporations play fast and loose with our personal data while consumers pay the price. Spread the word so we can take a stand together. Hit that subscribe button to stay up to date as we continue to expose negligence and push for better privacy practices. Binge our cybersecurity series to get the full scoop. If this video resonated with you, show it some love by giving it a thumbs up. Your support keeps us investigating so we can keep you informed. And let companies know that LAX security will cost them your business. We the people have power in numbers. Stay tuned as we unveil more ways to flex our consumer power for positive change. Thanks for making the Daily Hit part of your quest for truth.